Hello, everyone. I pray you're all well. The other day, our beautiful sister Carol texted me, and she was somewhat distraught because she had bought distilled water, and when she put it into the pot, it started making the shapes of hexagons. Now, the only thing we know that would do that would be graphene. And so I asked her to test it, and this is what you're seeing again. It didn't create that, but it did create lines. But as the days progressed, I meant to make a video and then I kept researching more and more and more and more. And it was just unbelievable what I was seeing. And I've compiled a list of things, and this is just in our water, everyone. Maybe it is possible that this graphene is said wormwood. Okay? It infects, or rather poisons, a third of our water, a third of the land, a third of the people, etc., as you're all well aware. But my problem with this can distill water. They're using it for a filter these days. And if you take a look into the greater meaning of it, this can also do salt water, seawater. So what if this changes our seawater? A third of the fish will die. So take a look at the video, everyone, and let me know what you think. But this graphene is in us all. It's in the water we drink, the food we eat, the air we breathe. It's in everything. Let me know what you guys think. King Jesus bless you all.
Ready for high volume manufacturing. You can see in the final cut of this video, we have a high volume, stable plasma consistently treating graphene and functionalizing the surface. The vial on the left demonstrates the graphene challenge well. Now, industry have been working with this, overcoming it either with high loading, additives such as surfactants, high shear mixing, and other methods. These all increase costs and manufacturing and impact on quality. On the right is the same material, same amount, treated with our HT60 lab scale reactor. This is less power than a kettle. Now, this is the required functional groups that want to interact with the matrix. Thus, the property of graphene is unlocked. Functionalized powder supplier. The graphene challenge requires more of a wider scope of understanding.
DARPA calls it transhumanism, military transhumanism. But in an interesting way, this is actually part and parcel of the whole movement towards robotics. It's not only making individual warfighters comfortable with robots, it's this idea of coupling man and machine and merging humans and machine. And DARPA is doing that with programs now with what they call biohybrids, which people might call cyborgs. You know, they are able to actually control a rat through a labyrinth remotely because they've implanted electrodes in its brain. They can do the same with a moth. DARPA in 2014 created a steerable moth by inserting electrodes in the pupa stage of the moth, which then transformed. The wings came out, and this part of the machinery is now part of the animal system. DARPA is able to steer a moth.
Okay, so I have a sanitary napkin here. See how thin it is? All right. If you notice, it has the 3D sides on it. The sides are amazing, the protective sides, okay? Now, if you notice, nothing happens, right? It's a 7-watt light bulb. If you take it, and you open this up, here's the strip. Nothing happens. Once it gets wet, put it in the water. Once the graphene is infused strip, boom, it works.
All right, what are we looking at here?
So based on everything that we talked about last time and what we've just seen, what would you say that this is similar to what we've just seen?
Again,
this is actually from an anesthetic for dental work. So this is my appeal to the entire microscope army. It's not just it's in a bunch of other products, and I think we need to get a whole army of people with microscopes starting to look at every single product that may be going into the human body to make sure that it's clean.
Have we had a closer look at this? Does it look like graphene ribbons?
Looks a lot like them.
Okay.
It looks like there's some things that I haven't seen, but at least this hints at other products could be at risk, which means the people who use those products could be at risk.
People in one River Ridge neighborhood are concerned about large, light-colored dust particles raining down on them in the middle of the night. They're not sure what it is, but claim it has a pungent smell and is making people sick.
And neighbors here point to a barge loading operation on the river as a possible source for mysterious particles in the air. It may look like snow, but it's not. The video shows large particles in the air blanketing Rex Drive in River Ridge. Kelly Knowles shot the video from his driveway Monday night.
October 29th was by worst the worst amount of dust particles I ever seen in my life. I actually physically got sick that morning. And
researchers have studied the effects of graphene oxide, which is made when the material is exposed to air. They found it moves through water with ease, raising concern about the effects it could have on people. A study from Brown University in the US revealed that the edges of graphene could pierce cell membranes in human immune cells, lungs, and skin. In turn, this could let it get into other cells and disrupt their functions. It's uncertain what long-term effects graphene could have on people.
Yo, it's moving! It's moving!
graphene is my best bet for the next disruptive technology.
QBE has warned that the use of graphene could have a number of side effects on human health. Scientists have suggested the material could potentially get into the human body with ease.
Is putting in the gel. This is dispensing this gel that has graphene oxide. Why I'm doing this? Why a citizen should be doing this in Canada? Isn't this a job for Health Canada? Things are dangerous. This is unacceptable. I want them to tell them if they are watching this, they will be accountable. We the people will take the power back and we will make tribunals and punish everybody who is being complicit of this.
This project started because the government was interested in developing better ways for us to connect to the brain. So we have this massive amount of data coming in, massive amount of data trying to go out. And they've been thinking, how can we make it more efficient for us to communicate? Normally, when we think about tapping into people's brains, we're like, whoa, hold on a minute. Like, I don't want to have some kind of surgical implant or microchip or something like that. And it's really not a viable way forward if we're just talking about a healthy subject or a healthy person, a healthy soldier trying to control his or her drone better. And so, given this fact that we want to be able to communicate more quickly with our external device, we don't want to have surgery. Can we come up with a non-surgical way?
And with that, John Mark from Haydale, based in the UK. John Mark, if you want to go ahead and start using the screen, and we're going to hear about Haydale's extensive experience in the field of functionalizing graphene.
Whereas, if we can functionalize the material, we will see the correct compatibility with the formulation and interaction with the matrix.